G'day guys and girls and welcome back to our little channel, Goodies, Beer Reviews. And look what I've got today. Sanctus. Bit of a local one for me. One of the breweries near me, or the only brewery near me. Townsend, New South Wales, Clarence Valley. The brewery at Grafton I think's opened up again or is opening up, or because they re-released Grafton Bitter a while ago, I think. And I was excited. I thought, you live somewhere, they've got a local beer which dates back to good years, and you're going, I'll support that. But then I think it just arsed up and fizzled and went away, and it wasn't that bloody good anyway. It was just like a draft. But if you like that sessionability of it and draft beer and like Tooheys New and all those adjunct, go for it. Good. I drink them. I have. I will in the future. But this is Sanctus, so independent brewer, and this is called Pretty Boy, like me, tropical pale, bit of a pretty boy. That's got the Sanctus glass. It's a pity they got rid of those glasses, I heard, because people kept fucking flogging them. And I've got one because when I signed up, I got one. And I've also got my own glass down there because I'm a beer god. So if you buy 150 purchases, you become a beer god. So you get a pint instead of a schooner for schooner prices. Get it up. Now, this is their tropical pale. So it's a pale ale with tropical flavours. Comes in at 4.5, I think. Geez, that's small. Or 4 point. Looks like 4.2 down the bottom. You guys tell me. 4 point. People probably don't like that. Fuck, it's close. I'm trying. 4.2% ABV, 375ml can, which is what we love. Big picture of a parrot. And if it's not a parrot, it's something else, but a parrot-based type bird. The funny thing is, Pretty Boy is the name of the bird as a pet I think they have down there. It's a big fucking bird, but it's friendly. Doesn't take your head off or eat your dog. A bit of a spiel on the back, not much. We might get to that later. 1.1 standard drinks, which is saying, was that 1.4 or 1.1? Oh, no, it's 1.4. I'm blind today. That's one. My eyes, I've had glasses on for the last few hours. You know, when you take them off, everything's fucking dull. 1.4 standard drinks, which makes me believe that'd be 4.6 or thereabouts percent ABV. Oh, God. Yeah, I've taken my glasses off. Blind as a fucking bat. Good firm crack on the can. Yeah, Clarence Valley Brewery. I think they're doing all right. All the breweries are copping it a bit at the moment with taxes and bullshit. And, geez, the government really bends over having a good time here in the country. Like, I get it in most countries, but they really... Australia's like... You can buy booze throughout the day. That's a nice looking beer. Look at the little cyclonic action I've done. That was just, I think that's the most beautiful pour I've ever done. I was mesmerised by that. Look at the carbonation too. And the glass wasn't even in that good nick. The carbonation looks amazing. Good head, 1 to 1.5 head of fingers, larger than micro bubbles on the head. Let's have a sniff of Pretty Boy. It's been a while. I was going to say sniffing a Pretty Boy. It's been a while since I've had a nice tropical base, just nice one-sided tropical. Anyway, look, I haven't had this. One thing with Sanctus, and I'll be honest, their beers generally don't have... I'm not saying it's bad or good. They don't have a very one-sided sniff, a very big aroma beer. Their altitude is about 6%, and that's I think it's a hazy IPA. Very, very nice beer. But yeah, smells are very dulled. I think beers in cans or ones that are sealed, they preserve the smell better than they do on tap from keg. I get a little bit of pineapple central. Very clear too. It's not hazy or cloudy. It's filtered. Pretty Boy. So we're aiming at like a mid-strength or pale ale strength, 4 to 5%. Clear beer, Pretty Boy, tropical flavours from Sanctus. Let's go. That was a big introduction. quite a dry finish. Quite a dry drinking beer, which is what a pale ale is. It's hopped like a pale ale. This is definitely a pale ale. Now, tropical, you'd expect a big, I suppose, dose of tropical fruits, wouldn't you? Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I had this on tap at the brewery a while ago, about a month. It might have been a pilot, might have been a tester. Pardon me. I don't know, it's not that important, but I did have it. And on tap, it was delicious. I think I usually have the lazy, hazy down there, which is cloudy, dirty looking, and I love it. I think it's fucking great. That, and they've also got another hazy pale. This is their tropical one, but I think it needs more tropical. It needs more fruit, like real fruit. If you opened up a can of those pineapple rings, who doesn't love them sometimes? Oh, grilled with a ham steak. Oh, stop it. Everyone's probably going, what the? This is when I get pregnant, probably 5 times a year, right? I have these cravings and I have ham steaks and pineapple and I grill them just in the pan on a hot heat pretty quick. The pineapple not for long because there's nothing worse than mushy pineapple or mushy fruit. I like mushy fruit in some things, stay on topic. But grilled ham steak with a slice of pineapple on top. Salt and pepper. You don't need much salt, but you know what? You'll eat ham steaks and you'll need to drink water like you've been trapped out in the desert for 3 days. You start going, it's like heavy Chinese with soy or sushi where you have a lot of soy. You go, I need water. Like out in the fucking desert. This is good. It's a good beer. If you see this spot, Sanctus's beers have come a long way, in a good way. Really good beers. They used to have the mid-strength called the Happy Wife. And that was a nice beer. You could drink it all afternoon, not get silly, not go around trying to steal birds. But yeah, they did the judicious mid. But the Happy Wife has a good mid-strength. I like that. Really good. Very easy drinking, very nice. If you like simple, not very tasty beer. Their Altitude is great. Their Lazy Hazy is great. Their Stout is excellent. It's 10% ABV by volume. What else do they have? They love their, not seltzers, but like vodka premixes. And I remember having them, and I'm not a big vodka, I like a vodka, don't get me wrong. It's 7 a.m. in the morning if you've got to go to work. But if you have a vodka, I don't taste it. Vodka doesn't taste much. And that's what I'm saying. If you like alcoholic drink, get the buzz and you know what the taste. Vodka is, gin you'll cry, rum you'll fight. And bourbon you're in between not knowing what you're doing. And beer, I'll be honest with you, and it's a bad thing. People say, every time you have a bad time or a bad year or a bad this, you've got to write it out. The amount of times since probably 2000, and my luck changed heavily back in about 2016, 15, 16. And I copped some pretty fucking bad work injuries. And I used to go, I'll be right. Went back to pushing yourself through, still turning up at work, fucking spinal, pre-spinal fucking surgery, and your knee's been fucking half replaced. You've had ACL, MCLs, kneecap fractures, medial fucking meniscus tears, anything, Super Bowl. Keep going back. You just bust yourself. You've got to take a reprieve and you have to take a break. And people say, how? I had a bloke down the road I knew, and he had a hernia in the side of his, like above his hip, a herniated whatever, and he lifted up his shirt and showed me, and it was the size of a beer can sticking out. A 375ml can, but big can. But it was a fucking big herniated. I said, he goes, I can't. I've got to work. I said, if you're buckled over in pain, you can't work, and you can't work to the level your teammates all want you to work. You got to get it fixed. Report it to your employer if it's a work injury. If it's not, you don't. If it is, you report it, and you get the help you need. People think they go to work, they get hurt, they're too scared to put their hand up because, one, if they're on a good gig, they don't want to lose that. You won't. You get your wage supported under workers' comp in some situations. And if you want to get back to work, that's the best thing people want to hear. Go back and get your purpose back. But, just do it a bit slower. We're all getting on. When you're 20 to 30, mate, you can lift a truck. Some people can't. But most... Oh, I've got to be careful here. Let's not get too good. Okay. Most young men and young women have the world at their feet. They can do whatever they want. It's their choice. It's your choice. This is going to be a bit of a deep next 3-4 minutes. It's your choice to do what you want to do, and it's your choice whether to do the right thing and the wrong thing. Now, then again, every statement I'm making now can be split off into about 10 other ones. What is right and what is wrong? We know as humans, over our thousands of years of being humans, plus thousands of years, what's right and what's wrong? I mean, we used to go around, knocking women over the head and taking them back to our cave. But you know what? Maybe they went back and went, fuck yeah, like I got the knock on the head, but that's nice, I love you, and let's make more fucking people. Maybe they didn't fight. How primitive some things were. Technology kills any primitive sort of behaviours and laws that we have. It stops us being animals. Isn't it? Think about this deep. Laws, the government, control us from and stop being us from the animal we want. So if you live in a street, now put it like this. When zombies come and aliens, and if we're not friendly to them and they piss us off, if that happens, and you live in a small town, in a street, you'll be saying to yourself right now, which motherfucker's going to help me survive? What happens when this shit happens? When something goes sideways, what do I do? Now, if you're asking yourself that, I'll answer it. Be the person who doesn't need to ask that question. Be the person who'll know how to lead. And the one thing I've always said in my life is, in a crisis or a huge situation, you will see a leader. Leaders, sometimes we say they're born, just naturally become leaders. I think leaders just have that bit of, you've got to be understanding, you've got to be empathetic, and you've got to be a bit of a mongrel sometimes. You've got to have a bit of mongrel in you just to get you through life. I said it to a counsellor once. I said the one thing that sometimes I think gets men and women, whatever, through, you're just sometimes going to go have a bit of mongrel and make hard decisions and back yourself. When the zombies come, be the person who can run the town. Be the person who can go, I know what to do. Be the person who will even have to shut everyone else out for you to survive. Or are we talking about ending the human race? Or are we talking about wanting to thrive and flourish? Tom DeLonghi out of Blink-182 is bringing out a new mini-series too, I hear. Anyways, I've rambled on enough, but I think leadership is underrated these days. Leadership trust is underrated. Politics is going fucking pear-shaped. For the last 40 years, all you got to do is turn on the TV and watch some of those live broadcasts from Parliament. It's a fucking joke. Imagine if we actually interrupted one of those stupid big parliamentary arguments and go, stop, what do you want? I want a 4% surcharge on Medicare. What do you want? We want 5% or 6%. Okay, 5, done. What would they argue about then? This is such and such from the Clarence Valley. Can we get our potholes fixed? Can we have, like, say, $500,000 to $1 million funding just to get the roads up to scratch federally to state? Show me your pictures. Yes. Can I have $21 million to print up a form for Aboriginal people to be different to everyone else with the voice and yes or no and make this fucking big political decision with no information? There's 21 million. Or 20 million in paperwork, I think it was. Like, guys and girls, we're fucking humans. If we actually acted and bonded like humans, the world, the globe, the planet would flourish. It's a good thought. Love each other, take care of each other, be kind to each other. Thanks for listening to me if you got this far. You are. I've got to make a new word for the savages that hang around this long. I just did. Good beer. Needs a chunk of pineapple in it. On tap, it's lovely. If you haven't been to Sanctus, check it out. It's a fucking good joint. The customer service is excellent. Catch you at the next one. Love yous. It's aliens and zombies.